we have a really good news, because just today I received 3 phone calls from our graduates that got jobs. Okay, we got 100K job in New York. We have 70, it's like $36.5 per hour, so it's basically $73,000 job in Miami. And we have another I believe 70K job in Seattle, Amazon. So guys, congratulations, I'm very proud of you. That's guys from the previous courses. I believe that they were looking for the job around 2-3 months, and that's awesome. And it's not only super awesome, but also I asked Gala, who got the 100K job, to join us today. So let's hear it from her. Gala, how are you? Can you hear us?
Hi.
Hi, congratulations. We all super proud of you. Thank you for joining.
Thank you.
So tell us a little bit about yourself, about your background. Do you have IT background? And basically how long it took you to look for the job, and how complicated it was to pass the interview, and basically to receive this 100K offer that many are like, many people like don't believe us in our post when we publish on Facebook and we tell people that you can make 70 to 100K. A lot of people tell me, why you say 100K? It's impossible. You cannot make 100K in QA in manual testing. So can you tell your story, please?
So I was taking the July course. So I graduated in August, but I started looking for a job around September because I just wanted to go over all the questions and videos again, just to feel more comfortable. And so my last interview with this company was in, I guess, the middle of November. So it took me about 2.5 months to finally get this job. And the only reason why it took so long to finally get the final offer was because they were doing a very kind of strict background check, which I was very worried about, but you know, it all turned out very well.
And guys, you all should not worry about it, because it's always going to get very well. Just forget about it, because you will not have any problems passing the background check and of course the reference check. Okay, so just relax, learn the questions and answers, and you're gonna be all right. But as you see from Gala's experience, sometimes it takes 2 to 3 months. Not always you're gonna find it during the first few weeks. So you need to know that, and you need to be focused, and you need to apply for jobs. Now, as I understand, actually you were not actively applying like 20 jobs a day. You were taking it easy, right?
Yeah, I don't know why I was kind of taking it easy and being very picky about the jobs that I was applying to. But this company actually found me themselves. One of their HRs wrote me an email and said and asked if I was interested, and of course I was. So I maybe they found me on LinkedIn, or I don't know. So they found me instead of me finding them, which was, you know, a good thing. But yeah, I wasn't applying to too many jobs. Maybe 100 total.
So guys, I highly recommend you guys to do apply much more than Galina. Galina, she's just not only smart, but also she's lucky. Was it like easy to ask for 100K, or what's your story?
No, I was actually asking for 80K with all the companies that I interviewed with. And then, so when I passed all the interviews with this company, this HR called me and said that they wanted to make me an offer. And then he said, "Oh, we want to offer you 100,000." I don't know why, but maybe because he gets a percentage of it or something like that. But it was great. I couldn't believe it.
So now you know that you can ask 100K and it's totally cool, right?
Yes, I think so.
All right, all right. I'm glad that this guy helped you to understand this principle that we couldn't deliver you. Awesome, that's
Yeah.
great. So tell me a little bit more about the interview. Like, was it crazy questions that you never heard before, or is it was something that you felt prepared for?
No, pretty much all the questions were the same as in the interview questions and answers document. One of the interviews I had was a video phone call because the company's headquarters is located in Germany, and it was with the director of QA of the whole company, and they have like offices in a lot of countries. And it was kind of tricky because I didn't fully understand what he wanted to hear from me. So he was kind of weird, but I mean I managed, and then all the rest were pretty easy. I never got asked in none of the companies that I interviewed with. Nobody ever asked me about API or Unix or ADB or anything like that. Everything was pretty easy. And the one thing I learned is that most of the time they are looking for your good communication skills and how easy you are to work with and just to communicate with. I think it's definitely more important than like knowing the Unix commands.
And I'm sure that if they were asking Unix commands, ADB commands, and basic API stuff after watching the API course that we gonna offer you as well, you would be more than prepared to pass the interview.
Yes, yes.
Hmm. And that's so awesome. I'm so proud of you.
Thank
So just one second. Maybe someone got another job. I received a phone call. Regarding you start like really soon, right?
I start on Monday, yes.
It's a full-time job.
Full-time job with all the benefits and vacation and paid holidays and discounts for their products and everything.
Okay, you will tell me later what's the products and maybe I will order something.
Okay.
Awesome, that's awesome. So that's beautiful. Now it's in New York, New York,
Yes, it's in Manhattan, New York, yes.
and it's not very far from you.
No, it is kind of far. But you know, what they're offering is worth it, so
So how it feels to realize that we actually were telling the truth.
it feels great. I still can't believe it, but it feels really good.
Awesome. So now your goal is just to the first weeks, just listen carefully, observe others, see what they're going to show you, what they're going to introduce you. It's going to be very simple and straightforward. You just need to observe, listen carefully, don't ask too many questions. Try to write and note down everything that is being told to you. You don't want to repeat the same questions over and over again. Probably the first week you don't want to ask too much questions. Just listen. During the first week you will realize everything, because it's going to be super simple, like what we showed you during the Jira tickets writing, the test cases writing. Maybe even they will not write test cases. Just, observe, listen, and of course, if something will not be clear, you always can call me or SMS me, but I love to promise it because nobody calls me. It's super easy. Okay, so that's great. And let's see if we have maybe a few questions. Let's see.
Okay.
Nice, congratulations. Um, how many questions did you have on face-to-face interview? Like, was it like a few hours? How long was it?
It depends. With this company, it wasn't too long, but one of the companies I interviewed with, one of my interviews, face-to-face interviews, was 4.5 hours with 7 people. And then they invited me again, and it was like 2 hours with another 4 people. Yeah, that was long. And for this company, I think it was maybe about 2 hours, and it was 4 people, but they were mostly just getting to know me and asking me like behavioral questions, nothing crazy.
Nice, nice. Now, I wanted to ask something. I forgot what. Um, do you watch our graduates meetings? Do you watch our videos for graduates? Do
Yes,
you? Yeah.
yes,
So
yeah.
did you feel that it helped you?
Yes, because and being in the Slack channel too, where we all share what kind of questions we get asked on interviews, and we
Mhm.
kind of discuss. Um,
We are talking
and-
about the graduate Slack, which
yeah,
called June, and all of you guys received or gonna be receiving soon or already received the link to this Slack channel. So once you get there, please open it in your browser and keep it there. Just go there every day until you get the job.
yes, so that helped me a lot too. And another thing that I would say helped me was the internship, because when an interviewer asked me about the last project that I've been working on, I could always say what I was doing in the internship and tell them a little bit more about that project. So it was easier. I didn't have to come up with anything.
That's awesome. How long did you do the internship?
About 2 weeks.
Okay, like I recommended.
Yes.
Awesome, awesome. That's beautiful. Let's see if you have more questions. By the way, what are the job requirements, or what exactly will your work consist of? Do you know about that?
No, I just know it's a manual position. So I don't know exactly, but it's this, I guess it's the same, looking for bugs, writing bug
Yes,
tickets.
exactly. By the way, guys, I want to tell you about the girl from Miami that got a job today. Uh, the job description of her position was full of Java, Python, SQL, API, automation, and of course, she got a manual position. So she was actually laughing about it. She told me that she would love to come to the class once she starts the work and actually will start working, and she will share more about how it is to work there. But again, the position was automation, like it was talking about automation, blah blah blah, and maybe a few words were mentioning manual testing. So eventually they had interview and they told her, you know what, we decided to continue with someone else. And the next day they called her and said, you know what, we have good news, just join us. Okay, so guys, even if the job description gonna tell you about automation or things that you don't know, it doesn't really mean that you're gonna need it, because maybe they will just need the manual person to do the manual testing. So Galina, I'm really happy for you, and I know that once you today came to join our lesson, it gives a lot of motivation to the rest of the school and the rest of the students. Thank you so much for joining us
Thank you.
and telling your story. Let's see, maybe I have something else. Um, um, are there anything behind 100K? Stocks, bonus? Is there unlimited PTO?
There are, I think every year they either give you a bonus or revise your salary. There is, I think 20 paid vacation days and maybe about 7 paid holidays.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
No stocks,
Nice.
but there's a 401k and all of that, and other
Mm-hmm.
benefits.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I see. Awesome. So that's really, really cool. I hope you're gonna enjoy it, and I hope that we're gonna hear from you soon, just to hear how it is to work as a software QA engineer, and how it is basically doing the job. We would love to hear from you in the future. Thank you so much for joining us and telling your story, and let's keep in touch.
Thank you, and
Thank
good
you.
luck to everyone.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Galina. Thank you. Bye bye. Wow, I love those stories. Guys, today is a beautiful day. 3 people got job, okay? And they got jobs because they were just listening to what we say. Now you have exactly the same tools in your hands. You just need to listen to what we say, to follow instructions, to not worry about background check, about references, about Python, Java, automation, SQL, API, JavaScript, CSS, HTML. No, just listen to what we say, apply, go for the interview. And of course, if you feel that after a month and a half, there's something goes wrong, people don't call you back, you don't have enough interviews, contact us, because we want to hear and want to see what the hell is wrong. Because sometimes, like today, I spoke with one of our graduates, a smart guy. He knows the material very well. And he's looking for the job already 3 months and he didn't find it. It's in Los Angeles, in LA. And I was like, oh man, I wish you called me like a month ago. Okay, but it's good that you contact me, because I'm sure we have graduates that don't contact me, that like they don't find a job and they just don't contact me. They just forget about it and they decide to stop. So he contacted me and told me, Max, I'm looking for 3 months and I'm not able to find a job. So I told him, okay, let's check what's wrong. Let's go to LinkedIn. LinkedIn looks perfect. I said, okay, let's hear how you answer. And then he started answering the questions. And you know, we found together with him like 5 mistakes that he had. First of all, he was asking 70 to 95K. You cannot ask this kind of like crazy, like 70 and 90, like you need to decide, or ask 70 to 80 or 80 to 90 or 80 to 85. Don't ask 70 to 95. It means that you don't know how much you're worth. That's first. Second, he was not saying API, he was saying IPA or IPI. That sounds weird. Another thing, I already forgot because we just spoke. We found like 5 issues that he had during his tell me about yourself. Whenever I asked him about tell me about your project, he was not telling me about the project. He was telling me something else. So I told him, okay, we found the issues. Let's work. Let's bring it up. Let's talk tomorrow and let's fix it, because it's time for you to get a job. And he said, I receive a lot of phone calls, but they don't call me back. So this, I told him why. Okay, we found 5 issues why I think that people don't want to call him back. Okay, and what else? And regarding the reason why he's leaving his current position, also he was saying something weird, and we don't want something weird, because we want something smart. So of course we are going to fix it and he's going to get the job. Just remember that if you feel that after a month and a half or 2 that you don't get interviews, phone calls, and people don't call you back, let's check. Let's double check. Okay, it's better to check after 2 months than to check after 8 months. Okay, awesome.